you, sweetheart. I hope you're still with me. Trying to adjust this just a little bit so you can see mostly what's going on with my hand. Alright, I don't have any time to waste this morning, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you miss it, you'll just have to catch it on the replay because I have a lot going on today. Spirit, can we start with a prayer, please? May I have a prayer, please, for this collective? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So somehow acceptance plays a factor here. Serenity. All right, let's get a song. Hold on, someone is texting me. No, they won't. Never mind. All right, let's get a song. Song, please, Spirit, for this morning's collective reading. May I have a song, please, Holy Spirit? Off the record. This is the same song I got last night. It goes like this. I got a letter from your lawyer. You got one from mine. And they both say it's going to be final once we sign that dotted line. Well, I guess we'll get our freedom and so-called fresh new start. But when you take half of everything, you'll be taking half my heart. Our love got lost somewhere in life's complications, torn between two lawyers and their legal litigations. Off the record, there's something I need to say to you. This ain't easy, but it's what my heart has to do. 'Cause I can't let you go unless I let you know. Off the record, I'm still in love with you. I took down our wedding picture from above the fireplace, and I stood there a while staring at your pretty face. Have we lost our love? Two differences we can't resolve? But if push comes to shove, thank God no children are involved. I can still see you throwing your rose bouquet. Never thought I'd say we'd throw it all away. Off the record, there's something I need to say to you. This ain't easy, but it's what my heart has to do. 'Cause I can't let you go until I let you know. Off the record, I'm still in love with you. I've done all I can do. Now all I can do is pray and ask the good Lord to let me hear you say. Off the record, there's something I still need to say to you. This ain't easy, but it's what my heart has to do. 'Cause I can't let you go until I let you know. Off the record, I'm still in love with you. Girl, off the record, I'm still in love with you. So, as we see here, there's a divorce happening. Welcome to the channel, and thank you so much for being here. Please, 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 please take time to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the channel so you'll get notified when I go live. And I do answer questions at the end of the general readings. So we have two people who are either going through a divorce, official divorce through the court system, or they've been in a long-term relationship, it's over, and they're splitting their assets. And one of them is saying to the other, hey, off the record, I'm still in love with you. And I can't go through with this until I let you know that. And the other one maybe doesn't feel the same way because they're saying, all I can do is pray off the record that you'll say you're still in love with me. All right, so this feels very circumstantial. I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but we're going to try to find out. Sometimes people work it out, you know, they think they want a divorce and then they realize this isn't really what I want. All right, show me how you're working in this situation, Spirit, off the record. Love came out, collective. Spirit's working on love in this situation. Spirit's also working on someone who has no integrity, having integrity. And forgiveness. Okay, so maybe this person did something to hurt you. There's a sense of a need for generosity here. And also courage. We have a strong Leo vibe to this. Okay. Alright, so let's see how this might have happened. Show me how this happened in this situation, Spirit, when it comes to being off the record. Show me how it happened. What happened here, Spirit? You can't say thank you enough and bare your fucking soul. So you couldn't bare your soul. I mean, it was like, no matter how thankful I am, it's never enough. Alright, what was being hidden or what is being hidden? That you're having sex. Alright, what's being shown? That might be why you have to forgive. Because somebody is not somebody is not hot, smart, and has not got a great ass. So this person, what's being shown is they're not very beautiful. Alright, what's going to happen next? Or they don't feel very beautiful. What's going to happen next is it's going to be time for anal in reverse. So you're not going to be an asshole. Why are you having sex in secret? Because you can't check yourself. You've been playing with fire. So you had sex with someone in secret, and I think this person may have found that out. And whoever this is not hot, smart, and they don't have a great ass. Why are you not going to be an asshole for what? How that flew out? Because they're not going to wait. This person's not going to wait for you anymore. And you're not going to cook a meal, and you're going to keep stuff to yourself. So you have secrets, obviously. Lack of integrity would be the secret sex. The forgiveness is probably because of that and a lot of other things that happened as a result of that. You can't tell this person, and they think you're not grateful enough. Alright. Show me more about how this happens, Spirit. You first. I'm in a love triangle. You first. You know where to find me. I'm not moving. I'm not going anywhere near you. You know where to find me. I have a commitment in a love triangle. Oh. You're committed to a love triangle, collective? Really? Don't lose hope when it comes to that commitment. Alright, show me how this happened. May I see, please? Your family is here. This happened because my focus has been on my family, and they mean the world to me. But there's gossip about someone being incomparable. So there's gossip about someone being incomparable, and this is causing someone to be angry. Ooh. Let's see if we can find the gossip deck. Gossip, gossip, gossip. Where be the gossip deck? I had to move some things around so I could find. Okay, but we're going to need this for sure. Where's my gossip deck? I have one over there. Where's the tea? Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Show me how this happened. Why is there gossip about someone who's incomparable? Because of karma and not being bankrupt. And maybe you were getting help financially from this person. One thing led to another, and you ended up sleeping with them. Because somebody was clout hungry. They would say and do anything to make up dramatic shit. And they weren't bankrupt. Or maybe you weren't. Uh-oh, dropping cards all over the floor. Dang it. An offer, something's played out, a divination abuser always winning. Somebody's wasting time, cop blocking. They can't creep. They're not always partying. They're a boss daddy, a big ego, a fake smile. Somebody's been giving money. They're in a love triangle. They ain't shit. They're a grudge holder, and they're kissing ass. That's what fell out. Alright, show me, Spirit, what the gossip is when it comes to someone incomparable. They're moving on because they're tired of people saying and doing dramatic shit to make stuff up. Alright, show me the gossip when it comes to incomparable. Somebody's ignoring a cyberbully. So, somebody maybe can't ignore a cyberbully. What do you mean they can't ignore the cyberbully? The cyberbully wants to move on. They say and make up dramatic shit to start trouble, and they want to make an offer. What's being hidden? That you're going to travel, you're not going to force anyone. Someone caught a case and now you want them back. Oh, what's being shown is that they're bankrupt, and someone rejected having a car. You can't have this car. I'm rejecting you from having a car. What's going to happen next? Somebody's going to be a happiness hater. Why are they going to hate on your happiness? Because bad karma. You can't dodge the bullets even though you're running and you're fantasizing about love. This bothers them. That's why they hate it. It looks like you're moving on to better times, and they don't like the fact that you're moving on to better times. They're traveling. Someone caught a case and you still want them back? Ooh. I don't know about that, but okay. Alright, show me more about this gossip for incomparable. Somebody had to take a pregnancy test. Alright, outcome of the pregnancy test. You're not under spiritual attack, and someone recorded, revealed, or announced this. What's being hidden? What's being hidden? That you're not over it and tired of the drama. And what's being shown? You're doing drugs. And what's going to happen next? You're going to have an argument and put someone in their place. Why are you arguing and putting them in their place? Because caution, someone has a... Alright, outcome of the crush. Somebody's going to be a great... putting on a show, setting the record straight and being busy. Oh, someone is coming in after you and they're a great actor. Clarify outcome of coming in after you. They're going to make a fake apology and shit's about to explode and go up into flames. Oh my goodness. And look, someone here is a bugaboo. Why are you not over it secretly? Because someone is insecure in their feelings, burning evidence, venting and talking about your issues, and it's someone who's outdated. So your ex is venting, talking about issues, burning evidence, and in their feelings because they're insecure. Yay. Looks like you're about to have a big argument with somebody and put them in their place. Somebody is recording, revealing, or announcing that you're pregnant or you had to take a pregnancy test. And it's being shown that someone is doing drugs. Alright. What's being hidden besides... Okay, this happened because of your family gossiping about someone being incomparable. What's being hidden? That you're stalking someone. And what's being shown, or they are... that you can trust the plan and the apology. And what's going to happen next? And remember, it was a fake apology. What's going to happen next is you're going to get one last chance. You're getting a divorce. You can't let them go, and you regret this. Outcome of one last chance for the divorce. You're going to have late nights, an epiphany. You're clueless that someone's coming up with a strategy. What's their strategy? They want to be single, and they're fantasizing. What are they fantasizing about? That they're coming out of denial. Someone's in denial that enough is enough. What's the truth? That they're fantasizing and they want to eliminate someone. Can you clarify the elimination? They have a desire to win. And what do they want to win exactly? They want true love. They want to win true love. And it's something that they couldn't shut down, and they couldn't erase this person's memory. So they want to be with their true love. And they're stalking. Or your family is. I'm not sure which. Can you show me who's secretly stalking? Someone who can't be trusted and who parties a lot, but they don't live a double life. They're taking it slow. Why do you say they don't live a double life? because they're just a player and they don't pretend like they're anything else. They are fazed, though, by a dying love. Why are they fazed by this dying love? Because there's differences, they're not helpless, and they're all in your head. And they're very controlling. So it's like you have someone that's very controlling. I think it's time for you to end this. Been time and you haven't. You can't tell them the truth. And you feel like you say thank you all the time. Thank you for everything. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's never enough. I feel like no matter how thankful you are, it's just never enough. Alright, show me. Da, 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 da. Show me how you feel about this person that you're divorcing. Show me how you feel about them. You're at your breaking point with this being hopeless. You feel like this is almost hopeless. Well, maybe you're at your breaking point with feeling like it's not. What's the truth about hopeless? Divine Feminine is here with not hoping and not talking to you. So Divine Feminine, you're at your breaking point because you don't want this to be hopeless. But Divine Feminine is like, I have no hope for this and I'm not talking to you anymore. Alright, how does the other person feel? How does the other person feel? Like they're bluffing and running. What's the truth? That they're not chasing thrills. They're no longer going to be nourishing. Someone here has clouded judgment. Alright. So, let's pull tarot on it and see what's really going on here. I'm going to use the black deck. We know we have a Divine Feminine here now. That could be a husband. That could be a wife. I guess reverse roles, it could be a husband. It's a divine counterpart. Show me how you're working spirit in this situation. The Devil in reverse and the Wheel in reverse. So there's a very toxic vibe to this that's causing a wheel. What's going to pull it? Sorry. What's the energy to overcome? The Magician in reverse. And what's pull it together? That's manipulation unless they all come out in reverse. The Lovers is here with Judgment. So you're choosing something. That's what's going to pull it together, is you making a choice to use bad judgment. Come out of Moon energy. You're in the Moon energy. You're uncertain about whether or not you should do this, whether or not you should. You don't know if you should make this choice or not. Let's see what we can find out here. Devil here. Because of the Eight of Swords and the Empress upright. Remember Divine Feminine. Why is the Devil in reverse? Because of the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Why is the Devil in reverse? Because of the Four of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Devil in reverse? May I see, please? Because of a fight. You've been fighting. You've been winning at all costs, in fact. And you're making some very fast decisions to change this. You're tired of the toxicity, the fighting, the constant winning at all costs, and you're coming up with a real quick plan, the Page of Wands. Alright, what's your plan? The Ace of Swords came out. Why are you planning on not being honest? Oh, there's going to be a Tower that's going to cause someone to have the Nine of Wands, the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles. So you're making plans, but you're not telling anyone the truth about these plans. And you're realizing that you've been through a lot of adversity because of holding back the truth. You are making plans but not telling the truth about these plans, and this is causing you quite a bit of adversity. And you really just want to build a foundation. And why is the Wheel here? A lot of heavy shit. A lot of heavy shit. Because you can't get on your feet. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, The moon is here, Cancer's here. We have Capricorn, we have Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus. We have Cancer, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. A lot of fire. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. A lot of fire, and some swords. At Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have a Gemini here. We're dealing with a Gemini, two of them, maybe, and a Libra. They're no longer afraid. You're like, I have been walking through this dark night carrying the weight of the world on my back. And I'm finally getting my confidence back when it comes to not being able to stand on my feet. So maybe this building a foundation is you making quick plans to start work and to get on. Oh, card over here. Oh, you're going to have a relationship. Clarify the relationship you're going to have. You're determined. The Seven of Wands. To recover your stability. Yeah, you're doing something. Look, King and Queen of Pentacles came out together. Whatever it is you're doing, it has to do with a King and Queen of Pentacles who are both in reverse. It's like, I'm going to put everything I have into this and get away from you two. Alright, why is the Magician in reverse? Because of a Chariot. Clarify the Chariot. So somebody's manipulating you about maybe traveling. It has to do with a Hierophant. It's like you're manipulating somebody, or you're maybe manipulating your own self into thinking that you can get over this. What's the truth? That this is going to be transformed. Scorpio's here. Clarify this transformation. It's the King of Cups. Somebody is no longer going to be in love. Why are they not in love anymore? Because I have been unconditionally loving to you and gotten nothing in return. I've been trying to see this from every aspect, the Hangman and the Ten of Cups, and I can't see how I've gotten anything in return. Why is the Lovers here? Because the Queen of Cups, the Page of Swords, and I here with a Cancer, possibly, or Scorpio. Whoever this woman is, she's no longer in love with him. She's choosing to use bad judgment. And what's the bad judgment? The Lovers is here with the Page of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. So it's a friend who's choosing not to work. Why are you choosing not to work? Because you have a new opportunity. Okay, and the Hermit is on the bottom of the deck. So we have a lot of Earth now. This could definitely be Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Alright, what's your new opportunity? It's something that was hopeless. What do you mean it's hopeless? It's wish fulfillment. Whatever you felt like was hopeless before, that was your wish fulfillment, it's now hopeful, I think. Clarify hopeless in reverse. Someone is being self-deceptive. They're humiliated and they have a new love. Outcome of the new love. Or they might love themselves. They're going to stop hurting themselves by burning themselves out. And they're going to heal from whatever losses they've had. And why is the moon on the bottom of the deck? Because of the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Because what you're coming out of uncertainty about is how much you desire a new beginning, a passionate new beginning, but not be a outcome of the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's like, I want to be, but not a player. The King of Wands and the Sun in reverse. Why are they in reverse? Because of the Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups. Because you're thinking about and reminiscing about the good times you had with someone. Can you clarify who that is? The Injustice. You're reminiscing about the good times that were not fair. Why were they not fair? Because of ruthlessly winning. So someone, and this is where you're recovering from heartache. Someone in your life was determined not to let you be with someone else. And you have finally made up your mind that this is what's going to change. You're not going to keep me from being with who I want to be with. I don't care how ruthless you are, how much fighting you cause. I don't care anymore. I'm determined that I'm going after what I want, and I'm not going after it as a player. The Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Show me how you are going after it. What? Show me how you are going after it. You're going after it as the Emperor, but why are you not standing in your power? You're soul searching about how tired you are and how much rest you need. What will it take for you to stand in your power? Going back somewhere. Going back. Going back somewhere where things are equal. Where things are not so unequal. So, it looks like you've been with the wrong person. Show me where you are in this journey, Divine. The answer is no to this injustice. I'm not stuck with a soulmate, and I'm not seeing signs of being in this third party. So it's like there's signs of a third party when it comes to a soulmate you've been stuck with, and you feel like this is an injustice. Where's the other counterpart? They learn their lesson when it comes to compromising. And what's connecting the two of you? You're thinking about that. What are you thinking? That you have regret. And what are you going to do about that? You're going to say yes. The answer is yes. I'm not in the right tribe. Outcome of the answer being yes. You're going to have a commitment and no longer be at a crossroads. And you're going to have a fresh start. So it looks like you're about to leave a third party or a karmic partner who has a third party. And you're going back to your counterpart who is waiting for you to come back. Alright, so let's see what might be the outcome after that. Alright, show me how this is going to happen. You're going to quit having conflicts, triggers, and disharmony and stop communicating. Clarify stop communicating. It has to do with use your intuition when your higher self has an Ace of Cups. What is the Ace of Cups? It's your twin flame. Why are your spirit guides in reverse? Because of something that happened last summer. And what are they planning on doing? Helping you with your lack and doubt. Alright, what's being hidden? A new opportunity that's fate. And what's being shown? That you're no longer going to have too much pride and you're going to be nurturing and compassionate. Outcome. Why are you not strong and empowered? Because you have to decide that you're going to be. And will you? You're in your comfort zone right now and you're detached and cold. Are you going to change? You're going to take care of yourself and come out of the darkness. Alright, outcome of doing so. You're going to move into your north node. And once you do, you're going to have memories of how you used to think. You used to think what? That you didn't have the courage to change and you avoided this. So what are you going to do now? Why aren't you taking a leap of faith? Because right now you're loving yourself. You're going to be present, abundant, and have gratitude. You're going to release and surrender, and there will be karma, balance, and justice. Outcome of that karma. You're spying. What do you see when you spy? That you're going to have a contract, career, and commitment with a divine feminine. So it looks like that, and you're going to also celebrate gifts and abundance with her. So it looks like you're with a karmic partner or a third party or a karmic partner who has a third party. You are finally loving someone new, loving yourself or something. Someone could be pregnant here. Show me how divine masculine feels about divine feminine spirit. Like they're running. And how does the other person feel? You're not using your intuition about it being time for consequences. Clarify the consequences. Memories of dark influences. And what will be the outcome of that? Somebody's about to have an apology for being not receptive. Alright, why are you running, divine feminine? because you're seeing yourself in the mirror. You feel misunderstood. You feel like this is not someone's fantasy and they're just not telling you that. What's the truth? That's heart fog. They're not clashing with you. And this is not deja vu. They're just shattered. Why are they shattered? Because they're pretty close to exhausted. What's connecting these two people, Spirit? A new beginning that's deep as hell with a lot of unconditional love. And there's Divine Feminine. Why is she in reverse? Because she doesn't think this is happening. She doesn't think you want to get established with her. What's the truth? That you feel like you'd be better off if you did, and you've almost reached your limit. Outcome of reaching your limit. You're going to confess this to her about your vows. Your vows, you're about to divorce someone, and you're about to confess this to this person. They don't know it yet. I think they're still kind of thinking that you're not interested in them. Alright, let's see what your confession might be. What will a confession of the Divine Masculine be here? To be totally honest, you're not my type. I'm really sorry. I can't reciprocate your feelings. I relate to you on so many levels. Alright, what would she say to him? She would say, I'm not looking for anything real right now, and I've been showing lack of interest, but you've been ignoring all the signals. So it's like the two of you are not interested in each other. And we're definitely not on the same page. So what's going to change? It's like you haven't confessed this to her yet. I'm not the person you make me out to be in your mind. I feel like we're in each other's lives for a reason, and what are we waiting for? Let's do this. And see, we saw that the other day in our reading. And what would she say to that? If you ask me, I'll say no. If you really knew me, you would know we're not right together. What would he say to her about that? I wonder what would happen if we joined forces. And what would she say? She has a lot to say. She would say, there's so much that we can learn from each other. There's so many feelings I want to share with you, but I'm shy. I find myself thinking about you a lot. My heart isn't open to anyone because of how hurt I've been by you in the past. Fill in the blank. And right now, the most loving thing you can do is let me go. You're incredibly alluring to me. I think that this all comes back to the fact that she knows you have someone else, and she doesn't know that you're about to let that person go. Now, if you told her, excuse me, that you were going to let that person go, then what would she say to you? She would say, I'm not sure if we both feel the same way about each other. I keep being drawn back to you, but I can't quite explain why. And what would you say to that, Divine Masculine? Feeling trapped pushes me away. Give me some space. What else would you say? You would say, I love you. So you would tell her, don't make me feel trapped. It pushes me away, but I do love you. And she would say she doesn't know if you... How do you feel, Divine Feminine? The feelings I have overwhelm me, and I have to run away to process them. We've been thinking about each other. We're connecting. I feel like I can't get through to you. Please let me in, and I can't be apart from you much longer. You deserve the best, and I respect you. I want to do the right thing. And what did he say about being apart? ... I'm trying to make a difficult decision that involves you. I know that I want you in my future, and I'm working on making those plans. I feel like an idiot for the choices I've made. I wasn't thinking clearly at the time, and something is standing between us right now. Even though we shouldn't, I still want to. And I don't know what I had. I didn't know what I had until you were gone. Lesson learned. So it's like once he tells you the truth, things will start to change just a little bit. What would he say out of this deck? I'm not the same person you remember. Well, who are you? I don't know if I can meet your expectations. And how could you still love me after all I've done? What would she say? I'm feeling the consequences of my actions. I feel like you're an angel. I can't handle your words, and I know I've screwed things up. So both of you feel like you've made a mess of this, and I can't seem to find the right words. So it's like you don't really know what to say to each other right now because of everything that's going on. Show me what is going on. Why is the devil in reverse? Because of finances. This is about money or drugs. Why is the wheel here? Use your intuition. Why is the devil here? I mean, not the devil, the magician, because this is fate. And why is the lovers here? Because there's a new love in your healing. And why is judgment here? You're choosing a new love because you're healing. Because someone's unavailable. Why are they unavailable? You have to accept this. Why are they unavailable in acceptance? Because of having regret. You did this, but mastered a spiritual lesson. What did you not regret? Being in denial. So what are you doing now? You're overcoming obstacles. Outcome of overcoming those obstacles. Somebody's going to open up and talk to you, and they're going to have no patience. Why is the moon on the bottom of the deck? Because someone's going to show support. And why is this fate? Because someone has integrity, and there's children involved. Outcome of integrity and fate. There's a lot of passion. Why are you telling us that? Because you're having to wait for them to release, to retreat, and take a leap of faith. And will they take a leap of faith? There will be forgiveness and a decision. So I think they're going to decide to forgive. Outcome of deciding to forgive. They're going to end their marriage. And this will bring things back into balance. So the divorce, I think, is still going to happen. Someone here is saying, I'm still in love with you, and the other person is maybe not feeling the same way. That's kind of the feel that I have here. All right, angels, how are you helping in this situation with the devil and the wheel? A divine plan, knowledge, healing, being shown mercy, and creative power. All right, how about the magician in reverse? Powerful guardian angel. And how about the lovers? I'm getting a lot of cards. The lovers is about passion, joy, partnership, feeling the vibes, learning a lesson, wisdom, spying, communicating through music, manifestation, and having vision. And why is judgment in reverse? Because you're going to have unity. Why is the moon on the bottom of the deck? Because of being shown grace and getting your freedom. Alright, I hope this is making sense. I will be back either tonight or tomorrow with another reading. I have to go to a funeral today. Spiritual gifts for Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine, but you got bag of marbles, which could mean you feel like you're losing your mind. Someone could have dementia. There's diversity, whichever. And you're also manifesting. What about Divine Feminine? Divine Feminine, you're going to celebrate infinity. Alright, what's connecting the two of you? There's a doorway being opened, and your chakras need aligning, and there's an angel watching over the two of you. You could be celebrating a baby. Oh wait, what is this doing here? Okay, let's see what's going on with Divine Masculine's money. Something from the past and the office. Outcome of the office from the past. You're not exploring. Why are you not exploring that? Because you're going to celebrate your soul tribe. All right, what about Divine Feminine? Divine Feminine, you're not going to take a risk when it comes to charity. You're not going to have any growth, but you will be inspired. Outcome of your inspiration. You're not going to be a student, or there's no student. There's something you can't see about a new beginning at a crossroads. Show me the new beginning at the crossroads. Somebody's moving real slow, but they have a strategy. Outcome of their strategy. They're going to have setbacks and no gift. How is that a strategy? Because of the underworld and being happy. Alright, what's connecting you two financially? Science. What else? You're not in your emotions. You're writers. You're going to have a shift. You're going to have stability. And you're going to do odd jobs. Outcome of your odd jobs. Divine timing. Silence. We can't talk about it. Not being self-made. Activating new gifts. No luck. Being comfortable and having a partnership. And transportation with retail. One of you could be coming to see the other or vice versa. Alright, I'm going to pull one more thing. And maybe close. I got to get to a funeral. Alright, talk to me, Spirit, for Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine, blessings came out for you. What about Divine Feminine? Divine Feminine, you're finding. What are you finding? You're finding your dreams. What else, Divine Masculine? You're finding courage. And what's connecting the two of you? Freedom and talent. And your career. Outcome of your freedom and your talent. This is protected. Your well-being is here. And you're getting clarity. What are you getting clarity on? Grieving. Why are you grieving? Because of a commitment and forgiveness. Again. And not getting answers. Why are you not getting the answers? Because of your happiness, your psychic abilities, and a new beginning. With home on the bottom of the deck. I think you might be changing where you live. One of you. Not sure though. Alright. What are the blocks to this divine relationship? What are the blocks for Divine Masculine? You're stuck in the past. You think you can fix somebody and you need to make a decision. What about Divine Feminine? Divine Feminine, expectations is here. What else? You tell yourself untrue stories. Alright, anything else? You feel like there's no good ones left. You're unavailable, or they are. You make excuses, or they do. And you're not needy. You feel like you don't need anyone to complete you. What's connecting the two of you? You're playing hard to get. Or you're hard to get to. What else is connecting the two of you? Someone's criticizing this. What's the outcome? You're going to walk away. You're not going to be afraid of loss. Somebody's demanding. You're not going to put too much work into this. Whoever it is wants sex only. They're too passive. And it's too soon. Somebody's being someone they're not and neglecting themselves. Sounds like you're dealing with someone who has a drug problem. What's going on with the third party here? They're no longer afraid of being alone. They're the ones that are criticizing and making this hard to get. Because of your indecision, Divine Masculine. You need to make a decision about that third party. And it's just that simple. Okay? Alright. So, I was going to try and do some questions, but I'm not going to have time right now. So, I will come back tonight to do Q&A and another reading. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And I'll be back tonight to answer some questions. I got to go to a funeral. I love you guys, and I hope you have the most blessed day ever. Bye-bye.